Welcome to Discover Janesville. My name is Yuri Rashkin, and we are guests here today at the Rotary Gardens. This program today is underwritten by Alliant Energy, and I am glad to welcome my next guest, John McCally, the General Manager of the Janesville Jets.
Hi, Yuri. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Doing awesome.
You guys have just concluded first inaugural season.
Yes.
And you already made it into the playoffs.
Fantastic year. Very excited.
Unexpected?
Well, we had hoped we'd make the playoffs, but it is very rare for an expansion franchise in the North American Hockey League to make the playoffs in their first year. And not only did we make the playoffs, we were in third in our division, 7 games over 500. Our coach was named the North American Hockey League Coach of the Year, so outstanding. Very, very proud of the guys and the whole organization.
I would say you probably snuck up on people because they didn't know what to expect.
Well, absolutely. I mean, it's as I said, most of these teams are it's a walkover. It's a guaranteed win against a new team, and we worked hard. And we, as you know, we didn't have that much time to get ready. I mean, by the time the Janesville City Council approved the renovations at the rink, we had about a week to get ready for the North American Hockey League draft last year. And we did an outstanding job of picking players, making trades, tweaking the lineup as we went throughout the year. So overall, we were very, very pleased.
Could you talk a little bit about the league itself, how it functions, who are the players?
Yeah, NAHL, North American Hockey League's been around, I think, 34 years. It's a Junior A league. We are a Tier 2 Junior A league, and basically it's players 16 to 20 trying to get a Division I hockey college scholarship. I mean, that's their number one goal. So instead of playing maybe 25 games in high school, they're playing 60 a year against much better competition. Our team here in Janesville, we had 25 players that came from 14 states, from Alaska to New York City, or from Alaska to New York, and all points in between. So these kids come to Janesville, stay with billet families, and as I said, they work hard on the ice in practice, working out, playing tough games, and playing a long season to try to get that Division I hockey scholarship.
I think it's a very interesting point about who they're staying with. Can you talk a little bit about that experience?
Yeah, this year we had 15 billet families.
Billet
hosting families.
Okay.
That's the term that is used in the league and somewhere else. But basically, they put the kids up and they provide them with food and a place.
So they live in a very structured environment that way.
Yeah. And so we go through a interview process of these hosting or billet families. We have a billet coordinator who handles that for the team. And we interview them, we go through surveys, and we try to match the players' personalities with the host families. And, if a kid is, say, for example, allergic to cats, we obviously are not going to put them in a home that has cats. But
I thought that was part of the survival.
Make them tougher, right?
Right, exactly.
But
if you can't make it through the cats, how can you be on ice? Come on.
That's right. Well, we've got other things to toughen them up. But so those is part of the process. And the hockey players' parents at home pay the billet families a fee of $250 a month to help
Which
offset.
probably covers a small part of the food that these guys eat.
They are growing boys, growing young men who eat a lot. So it helps offset the cost. But certainly these people are doing it for the good of the community and the team. And so it's great. And we're, next season we're going to be probably looking for some new families. And but it's part of our...
How many families are you?
Well, this past season we had 15, and we had 25 players. So there's a couple host families that had more than one player. The Jacobson brothers, live together, and that kind of thing. So, but we're certainly always looking for more, new billet families.
It's a very exciting game because I think a lot of people may think at first before going to the game that, well, this is not NHL, this is kids, why would I go? But then you go there and you realize the motivation with which these kids are playing, how much they have at stake, and it's very exciting. I think that the attendance numbers are showing that.
Well, you're absolutely right. I mean, these are talented hockey players, and
with a lot to prove.
Well, absolutely, and not only trying to get that Division I scholarship, but we have college scouts, pro scouts that came to our games. There are players within our league that get drafted into the NHL. So again, have that major focus to move on and play college hockey, and some of them might not get that D1 hockey scholarship, but they'll play Division III hockey. There's no real Division II hockey, but still Division III is very competitive, and So they have something to prove, not only to the fans, to their teammates, but to the other, teams in the league, and try to make the All-Star game, and which we had 5 of our players make the All-Star game in the first year, which was outstanding. And
there's what, like 6 players?
What's that?
No, I mean, how many players are there altogether?
Well, there was I don't know exactly, but it was a great. I think there's probably 80 because there was 4 teams of 20.
Okay.
So, but we had 5 players and a goalie, actually, so 6 players make the All-Star team, which was fantastic in year 1. So, again, very indicative of the quality of our hockey players. And back to your earlier point about the fans, I mean, it's a great environment down there. You were down there, I saw you a number of times. It's a fun, fast pace, but it's very affordable entertainment, and people, not only in Janesville, but throughout Rock County and beyond, really came to come to the games and really to be entertained, and it's top-notch quality hockey. It's definitely 3 steps up from high school. It's maybe not quite the Badgers, Division I hockey certainly, but with
it's a fraction of the price.
Well, that's right, very affordable, and your intimate setting. You're right there on the glass, and it's loud with a low roof. I mean, it got rocking in there, and it was great, and our players responded to it, and it was nice to see the wonderful attendance we had in year 1. It was just outstanding. Very pleased.
What kind of things are you hoping for in the future? Where do you go from here?
Well, actually, I'm not sure whether this is going to air, but tomorrow's the North American Hockey League draft, so we have had plenty of time now to scout players, to recruit players, to make some trades.
You want to reveal strategy right now?
Well, I won't reveal too much, although we're trying to upgrade things in terms of defensemen. We had our top goalie, Matt Wichorek, is moving on to college. And
good for him.
So that's good.
I think this was his last year of eligibility?
Yeah, right.
So he made it.
Rui Carnaco, our top scorer, got a full ride scholarship to University of Connecticut. We had 6 other players that, with their age, have to move on. It's only between 16 and 20 that these young men can play. So we obviously need to get better players. And I think one of the main differences between our team and the top teams that made the Robertson Cup, which is like the Stanley Cup of the North American Hockey League, was our defensemen. We need to get better D. Our goalies were, very good. Matt's moving on. Our second goalie came on towards the end of the year, Adam Miller.
It's nice if goalie has some help.
That's right, yeah. And as a former goalie, I know that. I played high school and college goalie, and you can be as great as goalie as you can, but if you keep getting peppered and your defensemen are not taking care of the guys right in the crease area and getting those garbage
You
goals.
make a handful of mistakes, the team loses.
That's right. So that's something that we're focusing on.
Right.
I think we've also had the opportunity this past year, as I said, to recruit players, to scout players, and players within the state of Wisconsin know we're here now. And in the past, where they may have been committed to go to the 3 teams in Minnesota or the 4 in Michigan or Springfield, Illinois, or where have you, there's an opportunity for them to play in the North American Hockey League in their home state. So we anticipate to get some really top-notch key players that are now leaving high school and ready to play in the NAHL. And hopefully that's going to be one of our strategies, really to keep those kids in state.